Today I'm going to go over some tips that I like to use for taking screenshots in Rocket League. But by screenshots, I don't mean just you're in the menu and you're just trying to show off your car real quick. I mean showing off your car, like showing off the boost, showing off the trail, showing off any of your toppers, and even some goal explosions, but those can be a little bit challenging. So I'm doing this in one take. It might be a little bit messy. Let's see what happens. So get your car. This is mine. Go to play. Go over to custom games. Go to a private match. Create a private match. Go into your mutator settings. Make sure you go to your match length, set it to unlimited. Then go over to your boost amount and set that as unlimited. Now, if you're trying to go for a goal explosion screenshot, they can be a little hard to take, but you give yourself multiple shots to do it. So I'll see if I can do something with it. So I'll set it at 3 goals, but you could do 5 or 7. But you need to have it set at least at 1 so you can actually end the match. Otherwise, you won't be able to save a replay. So see the selected mutators, match length, max score, and boost amount. So your region, but no bots. And then probably party only, just so people don't join, even though that's unlikely. Get in your match. And there's a whole thing with different maps and their lighting and how it makes your car look. Right now, the new map, Deadeye Canyon Oasis, is actually pretty good just all around. But if you have a lot of bright things on your car, like neons or a bright boost or something like that, then you can use a map like Neo Tokyo and it'll really bring out those colors. I'll make them a lot brighter. So, it's a little weird. You're not really going to be playing. You are trying to look for the light source. So, my car, from the top, you can see the shadow is at the back. So I want to take the picture from over here, facing the car this way, here. Facing like this. So I'm going to drive in a big circle, boosting, supersonic. And about right there is where I want to take the screenshot. So, maybe do it a couple times, and then you're good. And I'll show you how to take the screenshot in a bit. But this is just setting up some different angles for, whatever shot you're trying to take. So now I have a couple different ways to do a little bit more different shots. And that's the one I just did is the most basic shot to just get everything in the picture. So what I do is I just jump up in the air and try and spin. So like this. Or try to get it a little bit more flat. And it takes a couple times. It's not always going to work the first time. This can be really challenging. And you might want to do it both ways, just because stuff is weird and it likes to do it in different directions. But now that was the big circle was coming at the car from this direction. That's where you want to take your picture. But you can also do it the same way if you want to take a picture of your car from the back. So if you want to take it from this side and come this way. So I can just use the circle again from earlier, but I'm just going to do a different one just because. And you want to try to avoid the boost pads getting too close to your car, otherwise they can show up in your picture. But you can try and crop them out while you're taking the screenshot. So now we've done that. Okay, goal explosion screenshot. So these can be a little bit hard because, as you know, when you score a goal, your car gets blown back. And you kind of have to see where the goal explosion is. Well, you can't see where the barrier is to where it will blow you backwards. So I say generally, right past this boost pad is where you like right here is like your maximum, but you want to time it so that you can actually get up there. So I want to score the goal, but then I want to like boost really fast up close to the goal. So I'm gonna see if I can do it. Sometimes it takes a few tries even for me. So do that, and then yeah, I'm not gonna get close enough. Well, maybe. We'll see what that looks like. But I'll do it 2 more times because I have the goal set to 3. And there's plenty of different ways you could do it too. You could also do something where like maybe you are coming out like that, even though those are funky because it moves your car. But you know, the main thing is once you learn the basics, just start messing around with screenshots, and then you can find some cool stuff. That's really how I learned all of my skills, is just screwing around, and then I figured something out, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. All right, so now don't leave yet. Here, you're gonna save a replay, name it whatever. Cool. And now view it. Okay, so first pause it. The first things you're gonna notice is a score at the top, the little bar at the bottom showing you, you know, the cameras and the whatever, and then your nameplate. So in the screenshot, you want to remove these. And you know, I'm on Xbox, so for me, I hit the B button 3 times. And then those disappear in their order. And then I hit it 3 times again, well, 2, and they come back. But for now, I'm actually going to leave the camera where it is so I can explain something. Hold on. There we go. Okay. This. So, this looks a little weird, doesn't it? It kind of looks like the car is getting sucked into the camera. And this happens for whatever reason, but there's a way to get around it, and you need to do that for your screenshot to look normal. Otherwise, it just looks like your car is getting sucked into the camera. I believe it's called fisheye, the effect on the lens. But, so now you're gonna hit your buttons to change the camera. So you see at the bottom it says director. I'm gonna hit it once, it goes to auto cam, and then I hit it again, it goes to fly. So now you can move around with your controller sticks or mouse and keyboard, whatever. And you're just going to, you will now remove these 3, you know, knowing that you remember the controls. You can keep it there until you take the screenshot, just for, you know, knowing the controls, but on the D-pad, if you hit left and right, you can also skip through a little bit. So, skip through there. Now here, about right there, is where it's facing the light. And this is where I'm gonna want to take my picture. So, if I get up close right now, and I'll zoom far out for an extreme example. You can see my car is like really trying to get into the camera. So now you'll back up, zoom in, and then get close. Zooming in is your friend, but sometimes if you're too far away and you zoom in, some textures can get funky, but it's, yeah, it depends. So now you have your car in frame, you want to try to get the boost in there, you want to try to get your topper in there, you want to try to, if you have an antenna, you can really try to get that in there, but I don't necessarily on this. And you want to try and fill up the screen. So you'll see me, and I'm going to back up actually and zoom in again a little bit because I saw there was still some of that effect. So I have filled up the screen for the most part with the car. And now I'm going to hold down left bumper and move the right stick, and I can tilt the camera. You don't always need this, but sometimes if you just do it a little bit, it just gives it a little bit extra flair, I guess you could say. So now this is it, you're done. But you can also, oh yeah, that menu's broken. Right. I was gonna say you can go into these special effects and add some blur into the backgrounds to make your car pop, but yeah, that's broken on Xbox at the moment. So you take your screenshot on an Xbox, you hit the home button, and then you hit Y, capture screenshot. So that's your first screenshot. This is the most basic screenshot, just to get your decal in there, get your wheels, get your trail, and your boost in there. So now, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit, just for being able to see the car, and then you'll zoom back in when you get to take another screenshot. But I'll wait for that other time to come around. So now I was doing the little circles in the air. So these can be a little weird, they can be a little annoying, but oh, that's pretty good. So it kind of looks like the boost is in the way, but if you get up close and you get in between the boost, really into it, tilt the camera a little bit, zoom in a bit more, maybe go a bit more this way. Now you can really mess around with this, and plenty of different boosts. It can be a little hard to get the up and down to work with you though, because it moves quite a bit. But then you could do something like this. This isn't the best example. It's nice, but I know I personally can do better. So maybe. And another thing I like to do as well is if the boosts have particle effects in it like this, you could do a little like that maybe, or yeah. But just try and mess around with your boost, take advantage of the stuff that's in it, and then I think, yeah, this won't. Yeah, that's not too great. Let me see if I can get one that'll work good. It's a lot of just like pausing and unpausing in midair, just trying to see what the boost is doing. Yeah, now this is a little too close. I don't really think I can get anything with this. But let's see. Maybe not. Yeah, no, it's a little close. Well, yeah, it's not bad. Could be better. But just, play around with it. So now we will go to, I'll keep the replay going. I'll go back to where I was driving the circle again. So now I'm going to come up, pause it right there. I'm going to come up behind the car. And I'm going to get into the boost. And then I'll zoom really far in. This angle, there we go, back here. Sorry, it was in the bad place. But this trail, some of these parts get really big, so that's in the way. Let me see. There we go, this is better. So now you can get in behind the car, tilt the camera a little bit, maybe zoom. Yeah, no, that's good. Now this is a pretty good picture. I think I'm gonna take that. So after that, we'll go and try and do the goal explosion screenshot. So skip ahead a bit more. Yeah, okay. So you have to try and time it to where you won't get blown back, but it can be really hard. Okay, so this works. So now I can get low, put the car in front. Oops. Went too low, the grass disappeared. There we go. Get your car up there, and then you have the goal explosion in the background. So, yeah, I didn't think this angle was too good, but it worked out pretty well. And you never know until you try it, and you really gotta look at it. So now, back up. Next shot. I think this one, yeah. This one I just tried to get blown away from it, but I don't really think this didn't go too good. Yeah, I don't think I can make that work. And final one, yeah, just kind of went in. So, if any of you have any questions or just yeah, questions. I'll put my Discord in the description, and if you have any questions, you could come out and just talk to me.